Three, two, and one. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Rare Thoughts with Perry Picasso. I am your host, Perry Picasso, and today I am joined by a very lovely guest.
Jericho Patrick.
Woo!
Thank you so much for having me, Perry.
Hello, Jericho. So, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a tiny bit tired. I tried to go on a run this morning. Just test how your what is it called? Cardio. I don't even
Mhm.
know the name. But just, like test how it's going.
Are you a runner?
No. And
Okay.
I was like breathing so heavy. And I was like, "Oh no, I need to do this more."
Did you run like a full on like
I just a
5K?
single mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And I was like, "Oh, shoot. Maybe I should have saved this for a different day."
it's okay. I also want to go on a run. I've been dying to do that. Yeah, coming back from New York made me realize how much I don't move around when I'm here.
I see. Yeah, because in New York, you just walk.
You just walk
Oh,
everywhere.
that's the best. I love that. I've been making myself walk, like to the grocery store and stuff, just because I know I enjoy it. I'm close enough. I'm
Okay,
like
I was
I'm
like,
like a 15-minute walk. It's not
okay,
bad. It's not
okay,
bad.
okay.
Yeah, but when you think about it, when you're like, okay, I need something,
But 15 minutes here seems like an
it
eternity.
really does.
It's
It
so
really
like,
does.
it's how having to walk alongside like the main road and
Yeah,
having cars like honk. I don't know. It's a whole different vibe.
that is very true.
Um.
That is very true.
Anyways, So before I just want to get to know you more as an artist.
Amazing.
How do you I guess before we start, like, how do you consider yourself? Photographer,
Uh,
artist, like, what do you?
I keep going back to just photographer.
Okay.
That's what I started doing. And then just for work, immediately you do video because
Okay.
everybody needs video.
Right.
And I do that a lot for work. But when I think of my art, it's photography.
Mm,
So pretty
okay.
solidly just
Just
photographer.
photography. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you were younger, were you like the kid, like the child at the birthday parties with the camera taking pictures, or were?
Not really.
Okay.
I was homeschooled the entire way through.
Wow.
Yeah, never once. The first time I went to public school was when I was teaching for the Garcia Center for photography. And I walked in to teach a class, and that was the
Mm,
first time I had been in a public school.
you had never set foot in a classroom.
Never once.
Wow. Homeschool, homeschool.
Like really bad. Like shout out to my mom and dad. They did the best they could, and I love them. But yes, very homeschooled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So to answer your question, I didn't really have like a photo camera
Okay.
until I think the first thing I used was an iPod that I bought,
Okay.
and then from there it very quickly moved. And since I was homeschooled, I was able to start school really early in the morning, and then like
Hmm.
get that done quickly, and then like I started getting jobs pretty quick,
Okay.
and I was able to actually
Like,
like
what age?
I think 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my first
What was your first
paid
gig?
gig. It's so bad. It was for a weed growing light company
At 15.
at 15,
Okay.
and my friend had somehow made contact. I think I got $20.
Let's go.
That's paid, you know.
You couldn't even buy the weed you were
Oh
probably
hell no.
photographing.
No, we weren't photographing any weed because it's just a grow light. It's just a
Right.
grow light. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
No, that was really funny because it was, yeah. I don't know. I don't think anybody made very much money off of that, and the product was not good.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What did your parents know about this?
I think
Or did you
no, I
tell them
don't.
it was to grow sunflower seeds?
That friend we that friend we had been doing like making like movies and stuff for a long time. So we're
Okay.
always just going over there and doing stuff. So they just assumed it was one of those things.
Got it.
But then I think later I only realized that it was specifically for weed when he was like, "Yeah, our photos got used," and it was in 420 magazine, and I was like, "Sick, sick" as an ad that I got paid $20 for.
Amazing. Prior to that, were you just doing? You said you were just doing like I don't know, like what kind of videos were you making?
So again, like video was like really only like work stuff. I mean,
Okay.
I that's not true. I did do with a neighbor that I had grown up with, so I like pretty much is like my nephew or my cousin essentially.
Right.
Uh, we had made some little shorts and put those on YouTube.
Were they kind of like the chaotic, like odd future sort of like I don't know why, but that's what I'm thinking because I remember at that time that was like a big thing where
Mm.
people were just making like shit post type of videos, like,
Oh, I
or were they
definitely
like dedicated like
they were
artisanal like
they were
craft?
dedicated.
Okay.
Have you seen Drunk History?
Yes.
You're familiar with the format?
Yeah.
Basically, it was like Drunk History with a toddler,
Okay.
and it was
W-
fun. It was really
What were
fun.
you like giving history about? What were the lectures on?
It was just like he came up with a story,
Okay.
and it was he always just like told these stories where they didn't go anywhere, and like most of the time everyone died at the end, and they were really silly, but he loved doing it, and he kept asking me to make a video with him, and I was like, you know what, let's record your story, you'll talk to the camera, and then we'll after that we'll go film the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first one is still one of my best performing videos ever.
Really
Yeah. Somebody put it on Reddit, and it like
blew it.
it got didn't blow up. Now like now thinking back, like I thought it was blowing up at the time, but it got like 10,000 views in a day, and I was like, oh my god.
I mean, as a kid, that's a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Like, especially, I don't know. Are you from the IE?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from Fontana, and then we moved to San Bernardino when I
IE.
was like 10. No, my brother was 10. I was like 8
Okay.
when we moved to San Bernardino.
How would you say that the art scene has evolved since you were younger to now?
I feel like I'm just now actually meeting the people in the art scene.
Okay.
So I kind of was in my own, again, that whole like homeschool thing, and we were in a very
Right.
religious. The homeschool group I went to was at the church that I also went to.
So you were in a cult.
Yes.
Wait, are you the one who told me you grew up in a cult?
I don't,
Who
I
who
don't,
told me that? Somebody told me they're like, I thought maybe that was you. You're like, yes, I was homeschooled and we were
yeah,
all go to the same religious
yes,
church.
yes.
You were in a cult.
Basically, yes.
Right.
Yeah. They don't call themselves a cult. They were a cult, though. Yeah.
Mormon?
No, just non-denominational Christian.
Okay.
And then when you look at their views, they're very much like Southern Baptist, very
Okay.
like, the classic racist Christians.
Right.
Yeah, it was sick. Uh
It was sick.
it was so sick. We loved that. No, that was horrible. But I don't know, somehow I got out of it. Actually, I started working for a church, a bigger church, like a mega church that was Southern Baptist. And
The one that have like a stadium arena where they do like backflips and have elephants driving down.
they're like, God gave me this $1 million to update this
Right.
this whole church. But it was like I saw behind the scenes and immediately was like, okay, what the fuck is this? This is
Okay.
insane. They were like talking about how their old members were dying and how they need to uh, get the young people who don't make money to donate more.
While they're doing a bump on the table.
Basically, yes.
Right.
Yeah. No. It was insane. So that really helped me like abstract from the church and realize what
Okay.
I had grown up in. And then also I hung out.
How old were you during this time?
This was like 15, 16.
Okay, so this is around that time.
Same
Okay.
time. Yeah. And then also this is when I started meeting like friends where all the bad kids at church
Right.
that hung out at the coffee shop the whole time, those were like who became my friends. And they were
The heathens.
they were all gay and they were all cool, and then you would go to church with them because their parents forced them to go, and the minister would be like telling them why they're going to hell, sometimes directed at them or kicking them out of like insane stuff. And that's when I was like, yo, this is all just
This is
kind of
hocus pocus.
this is all hocus pocus. Exactly. So thank goodness for that experience that helped me
Okay.
see what had been going on.
Right.
Yeah. That was interesting.
But you were doing you said video work for that church.
Yes. Yes. God, it was horrible. I was making their manipulative videos on like
You were part of the propaganda machine.
absolutely absolutely. It was horrible. I think I only made one video that actually got played on like the main stage.
Uh huh.
Uh but like
Like, did you
I
have to like
went
light faggots on fire? Like, what did you? Like, were you the one who was like, "All right, guys, action," and they were like stoning people? Like, what?
it was like horrible. It was like a guy who'd been down on his luck, and the church had decided to
Like an actual life, like
like
a based on a real
a
true story.
real interview of a guy who like went through really bad stuff, and like he came to the church for help and found community there,
Uh
which
huh.
is like that does happen.
Right.
Shout out. But it was like it was that whole story. It was really really sad, and then
Hmm.
at the end it was like, and this is why you should donate to the church. This is why you should give us money.
Okay, so they said we're gonna pull the what is that one? Is it PETA who does it with the
Yes,
animals?
yes, in the arms of an
In the
angel.
arms, yeah.
100% that's what it was. And
It's crazy.
no, I felt terrible. And
Okay.
I remember playing it after editing it and then going, "Oh my god, this is wrong. Like this is bad." I had like that moment of like, "Oh, what am I doing?" And
It's like
then
cut the cameras, dead ass.
yeah, well, I did the whole project, so I guess it wasn't that quick. But
Okay,
after I was like, "Oh,
get that bag.
this is fucked up." They didn't,
Mm-hmm.
of course, they didn't pay very well.
We'll never be free.
No, we won't. It's awful. It's awful. But I mean, a very fraught start, and now I feel like I'm finally finding community in art
Okay.
with people that I like love and appreciate and admire their work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's however long it takes you to get there, it's worth it.
Right.
Because like real community with art is amazing. It's insane.
How did you how did you personally find that community? Because I feel like a lot of times, at least for me, the beginning stages of my community was people who I went to school with.
Right.
So, I have that, I guess, upper hand.
Yeah.
You being homeschooled, and then essentially, it sounds like you kind of left all the folks that you were growing up with. So,
Yeah.
like, how did you make that switch?
Well, it was work. Like I started working. I've
Like in the industry?
I've only ever done creative work.
Okay.
I had 2 months where I was a really bad barista.
Okay.
And then I worked. Let's see, what else did I do?
Define bad. Like you burn a bitch?
Terrible at making drinks.
Okay.
Really good at talking. Like I would always ask for register.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love trying to like
You'd be the yapper.
schmooze up the customers and make them feel good. That was great. But you I pull a terrible shot. Yeah.
Okay.
No, just a bad barista. Yeah. What was the question I was answering?
Oh, sorry about the community. And like, how did you find them afterwards? And
Oh,
you said
yes.
you
Yes.
have only
So
worked entertain or
in like photo,
okay,
video, or like graphic design.
okay,
Those are the only really real jobs I've had. I was at a camp and I was doing their photo at like a big fancy camp up in the mountains.
okay,
And I met some people through there. Those people, I've had some that stayed friends, but then after that, let's see, I don't know. It's just like through little projects. Like I know Sarah.
mm-hmm. We love Sarah.
We
Shout out Sarah.
absolutely love Sarah. Hi.
I was hoping she'd be here for a live studio audience. It's
Where
okay.
is she? Down.
Diva down.
But I just recently met her
Really?
through Coachella.
Did you meet her that weekend?
Yeah.
No
Is that
way.
insane?
I
Well,
thought y'all knew each other beforehand.
the weird thing is like,
That's how we met.
yeah, that's how we met
Yeah.
too.
For context, we met at Coachella. For Coachella, what is it? Art studio?
Art studios.
Art
Yeah.
studios.
Yeah.
We like camped together.
Yeah. No, I met Sarah that weekend, but like we had been talking about doing creative projects like for like 6 months before then.
Okay.
Because it's one of those people where it's like, how are we not friends?
Right.
Like we have so many people in common. Like you're clearly like the same vibe. And then so that's probably why when I actually like said hi to her and stuff, you were like, oh, they must know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but you had at least spoken online.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And so like I worked with the previous year. I worked at the art studios,
Mhm.
and then before that, I kind of had gotten involved in the Artlands
Mhm.
in Redlands, and done some projects for them, and had art in there, and just met people slowly, very slowly throughout, like doing different stuff. But even before that, up in the mountains, I had 2 art shows, and I met some people through that as well. So, it took a minute,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Would you say that I don't know, like has social media helped as well with that, or like is it more in person or a mix? Like, where is it easier for you?
Social media is interesting because, like, I feel like I have 1,000 acquaintances
Mhm.
that are all people that if they had a real project, I would like go help them, and if they asked,
Mhm.
but it doesn't really lock in like community until I feel like you work with somebody or you meet somebody in person.
Mhm.
So it definitely helps, but it is more superficial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you were saying with Sarah, like it wasn't until you like actually were in person.
Yeah, exactly. No, I have a rule of like, if people ask me on social media to like help with a project, if the project looks interesting and like I would like the results or like it's my vibe, excuse me, I always say yes,
Okay.
because 90% of the time it doesn't work out. 90% of the time somebody wants to do something, they do want to, but
Right.
it just doesn't happen.
Okay.
I've found.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like like plans fall through.
Yeah, plans most of the time fall through because it's like everybody works and stuff, and if these like projects that people have ideas for, I'm not gonna like go, well, I might not be able to do it. I'm gonna say, you know what, let's do it. If it works out, I'll figure it out.
Mhm.
But yeah, most of the time it doesn't happen.
Interesting. Huh. Is that why you were like, are we still down for this?
I always
And I was
confirm.
like, yeah, why would we not?
I
Interesting.
always confirm, but like the people that you actually start working with are the people that do follow through.
Right.
And so it's a little bit of a filter. But I don't want to exclude anybody because I
Right.
don't know, like, if they reach out to me on the internet, like that's not, like, I have a hard time doing that,
Right.
Like sometimes that's hard to get yourself to do. It's like, do they want to? Are they gonna like be stoked with the idea or whatever? So if somebody does that, I'm gonna take a good look at it and see if I can. And
Mhm.
if I can, I'm gonna say yes. And then hopefully something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were first doing photography, would you say that it was more like were you doing a lot of gigs or a lot of more just like work with photography, or were you doing a lot more just like personal explorations with photography?
I think definitely at the start it was like all personal
Okay.
exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean I started with an iPod,
Right.
so like no one's hiring some
What
kid
were
with an
you?
iPod.
I okay. What were you doing with an iPod?
I was just like,
Like, what interested little baby Jericho?
I think landscapes were interesting, and time lapses were interesting to me
Hmm.
first before anything else. And then it was very much like,
Landscapes with of like
um just like the hills and the mountains
okay,
around mostly, and then like sunsets and stuff for like time lapses and stuff like that.
okay.
And then very quickly that turned into like portraits, and then like conceptual portraits, and that type of stuff I've continued doing since. Uh, like really interesting concept, people based portrait stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the stuff that I've been doing recently with Sarah, uh, is like, that's my artistic outlet.
Okay.
Like genuinely, like really heavy concepts like that are so interesting to me. I really like that stuff.
What's been a recent one that you've been like really proud of?
Um, let's see.
You've done a good amount.
This is one of those things where it's like you don't remember what you did until you look at the photos.
Is it real if it wasn't on Instagram? Is this where we're at?
It's so sad, but my memory is so bad that I really have to do this.
And honestly, it's the same. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, "What did you do this week?" And I was like, "I didn't do anything." I was like, "I just stayed home."
Yeah.
And then I like was looking through my phone and I was like, "Actually, wait, no, I was out every single fucking day."
Yeah, right?
And then I was like, I had like 3 photo shoots, and then I finished the painting, and they're like, "Fuck you." I was like, "I'm sorry."
When you're actually like in the flow of being busy and doing stuff, if somebody asks you, you're just like, huh, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know. I've just been living life. This one for sure.
okay, that's the one I was hoping.
Yeah. No, this is incredible.
Okay,
This is with Sarah came up with the concept. My friend Jacob was able to actually do it on stilts, and then we had help with our friend Jamil helped sew the pants on and
okay.
stuff like that. It was so fun.
So when it comes to something like that, how does what does the process look like?
So that one specifically, Sarah had the concept, and then
What was the concept?
she wanted to do some stilt creature
Okay,
emerging from water. That
okay,
was the idea, and we were gonna do it up in Crestline, at Lake Gregory, and then I found another like more private, like smaller
mm-hmm.
thing that would have worked better, and then I looked at it 2 weeks before we were scheduled to shoot because I called Jacob, he was down, we had the date, uh, and then that lake had dried up,
Oh,
like just within 2 weeks, which was crazy. So I know somebody that lives near it, so I asked them to look, and they're like, "Yeah, it's gone." They took a picture, and I'm like, "What are we
leave it
gonna What are we
down.
gonna do?" But I knew of like this little area in Mentone that has like water runoff that goes into it, and it's like they're like stacking gravel or something. I don't even
Mm,
know, but they're doing something. But the water pools in there,
mm.
and it's artificial, and it's like pretty nasty. But I knew that there would be water there, so I went and checked that out. There was still water there,
Probably
and
contaminated.
oh yeah, just I mean, it actually looked really clear, which was interesting, but
Okay,
it definitely is gross
right.
for sure. And so we tested out the outfit the day before. We ended up turning into a little impromptu shoot.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, "What?" I think Sarah or you guys posted in. We're like, "This is just the test shots," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I actually really like some of the test
Yeah.
shots. They're not nearly as like clear with like a artistic vision,
Hmm.
but I think they're really fun.
They're fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a lot creepier.
Yes. No, for sure. It's a completely different vibe as opposed to the ones where they're in the water, where it's a little bit more like I think more like ethereal.
Yeah, a little more otherworldly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As opposed to like grounded in reality and like horrors of the night.
100%. So that first test shoot is kind of how I do a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's a little bit more
Impromptu.
impromptu. I'm like, what do I have around me?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jacob had that. We were testing the costume, and I was like, oh, let me grab this flash. I'm just kind of scattered with it, and then I'll like whatever I have around me, I kind of make something of.
Mm-hmm.
But what's super nice and what I've found with working with Sarah is like she has a vision.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants as far as what it should look like. And so the water, the sky, and specifically the rocks that were there all played into like the color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do a lot. We like sat down together and color graded that.
Mm-hmm.
And it took like 2 hours to do like 6 shots, just making sure it's perfect and each one like matches. And that's something that like I won't get myself to do on my own.
Hmm.
And I found that like working with someone like Sarah or somebody who has a vision where I'm helping them and we're creating it together, I find I am able to do so much more as far as like quality of work.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was really interesting, and we actually submitted that to a magazine, and that got published and then used as the back cover, which is so
Congrats.
cool, so
Is
cool.
do you have it in print yet?
Yeah, we do.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool to see it just like in your hands.
Wow. What magazine?
Um,
Right.
right,
Right.
and I don't. Why would I know that? I could pull it up, but I think it's Oda,
Okay.
and it's published in uh
That was a pretty quick turnaround.
yeah, yeah. It
Wow.
was pretty fast. Well, we shot it a few months before, and then we just kind of held on to it
Oh,
because
for
Sarah
okay.
knew that she wanted to like submit it to this, and the release was in November.
Got
Yeah,
it. Got okay.
yeah.
Okay. I thought when you guys posted it, the photos, you had just done it.
Nope.
Because I was like, I know that I know that you're a little more impromptu, so that's what I thought.
Yeah, I do
Ha-
that a lot, but
okay.
yeah, yeah. That one was like again a little bit more planned,
Mm.
which is very helpful. Yeah, it was super fun.
Okay. And when you're doing stuff like that, I'm curious, sort of where you. I don't even know if this applies, or just like, or even also even how to ask a question. Just rather, do you feel a sort of sense, like, not sense of ownership, but just rather like a distinction between it, like because it was sort of like Sarah's creative direction versus yours, like if there's a sort of difference in the where you, do you get what I'm trying to ask? I don't know how to
I
word
think
it.
so. I think so. Yeah, like
Like,
well,
does it still feel
something
like
that's 100% your vision versus something that's a collaborative
right?
effort. I don't know. I find my results are so much better when I work in collaboration with people
Okay.
that like and I don't know. I understand the reasoning like the pride you can have for something that's just like this was 100% me. Like
Right.
I came up with it, I figured it out, I executed it. But I feel like I have just been working with people as like collaborators for so long that like I've stopped kind of thinking about that.
Hmm.
And I also have been doing more larger jobs with like commercials and stuff that involves an entire team
Right.
where I'm like, I don't, I think there is a certain point with the type of media that I'm in where you just need other people.
Right.
You just, at some point, if you want to continue in that specific route,
Mm-hmm. To
you need
scale.
to scale. And it's like, I don't like when people say, like, if you want to improve your quality, because that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that specific style of photography involves a team,
Yeah. No,
you
it's
know?
a lot of work, and there's a lot of moving parts, and you
Yeah,
don't know how to do everything.
you can't.
No.
You cannot know how to do everything. Like I appreciate um like Sarah has the vision and she doesn't know anything technical and she doesn't try to or anything. She's just
Mm.
like, he'll figure it out. We've got this.
Yeah.
I'm coming with this part. My friend Jacob's like, whatever you need for like modeling, I'm coming with that. That's the information I have. Uh, and when everybody can like abandon the ego and just kind of make something together, is when I feel like the best results happen for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to stop being like, this is my specific. It needs to be exactly
Right.
how I like. Um, I get my creative like fulfillment just through making something that I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that, releasing the ego,
trying,
because I feel like photographers are kind of, well, I mean, I guess artists in general, but with like photographers,
dude. Photographers are
yeah, like they have they, in terms of like a lot of like arts, like they are, I think, one of the ones that have a stronger
yes,
ego,
100%.
and I don't know why.
It's I don't know either.
Specifically, like straight white men.
Straight white male photographers.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah,
So that's why I'm like amazed that, like, I don't know. I'm like, I'd like, maybe that sounded fucked up. Just
isn't it insane when someone takes a slight step over the bar that is on the floor? That's what I strive to do. As if I can trip over the bar.
I will say you do rise above the bar for me every time. When I first met you at Coachella, I was like,
Oh god.
oh, I was like, interesting. Who is this man? What is he doing here? I was like, I don't know. I was like, immediately, I was like, on edge. And then we started talking.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I'm like, you have an electric bike. You have all. I was like, this seems like a little intense.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what's going on? And he's a photographer.
Bad. Red flag.
He got a mustache and glasses. We're.
Red flag. Red flag.
But then we started yapping, and I was like, oh, kind of lit. He's one of the good ones, y'all.
Oh my god. And nothing makes me feel more joy than hearing that maybe I know what I look like on the outside, and how it can be terrifying. But knowing that like people are set at ease after talking to me, great, amazing. Also, didn't know the e-bike was a red flag.
I guess just like a bike, not e-bike. I don't know. I just remember thinking like they're just so like a camper, like a man, that I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know, cause like whenever I talk to people like that, they're very much, and this is why I also like in general am not a big fan of photographers
Right.
because like it'll be very technical, especially men. Like they'll be like, oh, you have a 16 millimeter lens. I have a da da da. Like I have da da da. And like same when I saw like all of the equipment, I was gonna be like, oh lord,
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
he's got the nice tag. He knows what he's doing. We're over here hammering this thing with a rock that we found on the floor. Like, you know what I mean?
I broke that tent, by the way. Uh, yeah, no, I fully understand. Like, I think photography specifically appeals to people who really like a lot of technical information,
Mm,
and for
and
uh
control.
and control, and for guys, especially that like want to be artistic, they see this huge pile of information that they can memorize, and
Mm,
they can pursue the art down this technical aspect
right.
and feel like they know everything about it. So they're good photographers
In a technical sense.
in a technical sense. So they feel that superiority. Yet, a lot of, if not most of photography, is just actually a people skill.
Yeah.
If you can get to know your subject and like be comfortable with them, you will take 1 million times better
Oh,
photos
a hundred
than if
percent.
you have the right lens for the
Yeah.
setting.
No, I fully believe that. Like you can always tell a photographer's intentions and
Yes.
their relation to
Yeah.
the subject and how comfortable they are with each other.
Yes. And that's what makes a photo from being good
To great.
technically to a great photo, a great
Mm-hmm.
image. When you see these like incredible street photographers from back in the day that I absolutely love, the ones that are good are the ones that are a part of their community.
Yeah.
They're taking street photos of just people they know on the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the like current modern street photography trend of just like a flash this close to somebody's face, which can be interesting art for
Mm-hmm.
sure, but it's different.
Yeah.
You're not getting that connection.
No, 100%. Like I think even if they don't know the person specifically, but rather they also understand the community and all of the social cues, all of the nuances of said community
Yeah.
that like
You can make a connection within one look.
mm-hmm.
If it's the right vibe and you are walking on the street and you see somebody and you go like this and there's that connection and you take a picture quickly and keep moving, it's just as much of a connection if you
Right.
actually are feeling that.
No, 100%. Cause like I was I was walking I was in Washington Square Park and I was
Yeah.
talking to my friend and then this dude literally exactly what you said. I was literally just like talking to them and then this like man from behind me just goes and just like kept walking and I was just like, you could have said hi. Can I take
Yeah.
your picture? What the fuck? And then he literally just kept walking. I remember being so pissed.
Yes.
And like, yeah, no, that's happened to me so many times where like I'll be like at, you know, just like events or just walking or somewhere and like people will do that and I'm just like, what you guys can't,
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's part of the same thing as the photographer who goes down the technical route
Right.
and feels that they're good at that, but then they don't experience the other skill. So a lot of times those people go to street photography. Not all street photographers, but a
Right.
lot of the times they go to street photography because they can do this
And get away with it.
sneaky picture runaway thing, which in my opinion is not the way to do it. But it's like it's a route that they can feel like they're doing the art
Mm-hmm.
and still just be on that technical side and not have that human connection.
Yeah. And for me, I go back to one of my favorite books, or collection of essays. I don't know. Suzanne Sontag's Notes on Photography.
Ooh.
Have you read it?
No, I need
You
to read it.
need to read it.
I need to read it.
I'm trying to get everybody to read this
I
book.
will absolutely read it.
It's they have like an audiobook of it as well, and like PDFs. It's
Oh,
so
amazing.
good. And essentially she kind of go talks about like photography and like how it's, from my understanding, she's pretty much like saying that like it's inherently a violent act. Like
Oh,
everything from the verbiage of it resembles that of a rifle.
shooting pictures,
You're
shooting
shooting, you're
people.
loading the film, a headshot,
Oh my God, it's so
a
aggressive.
wide shot. You're taking a photo.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're taking.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And she goes into like a lot of different things about that. And I've said this like multiple times. I'm like, guy, I'm like a broken record at this point, but like it really, really did fundamentally change the way that I view photography.
Yeah.
And like it made me really be more cautious of sort of how an image, the power of an image,
Yeah.
and sort of like, again, like literally just like the verbiage itself is so aggressive,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And then like the way that images can spread and be manipulated and just be just, I don't know.
You could put a different caption on an image
Yeah.
and get rage bait the whole internet
Mm-hmm.
into like commenting on it, and it literally didn't mean anything like that. Like you
Right.
could, yeah. I saw a picture of a large parking garage, and everybody was parked on one side, and that was the edge of the frame, and the caption said, uh, "People," and that some city in Japan, people park far away from the entrance if they're early because they are giving time for the people who come in late.
Mm.
Then somebody looked up that image, like found the original, realized where it was. No, they were parking close to the train station, which was on that side.
Right.
Which is like, and it wasn't even in Japan. So it's just like, oh my gosh, the amount of people just doing that
Mm-hmm.
with an image, like you have to be so careful.
Yeah. I remember my one of my professors saying that like it's just as it's just as important, if not more important, what you choose to crop out of an image.
Yes.
And like when like you're looking at a photo, it's like what is the photographer intentionally leaving out is
Yeah.
just as important and interesting as what they're choosing to put in the image. I wonder if, do you have like thoughts like this as you're photographing?
Yes. I sometimes will get into a state of just figuring out like what actually like needs to happen as far as lighting. Like if I'm really getting intense into lighting, I'll start forgetting a lot of the other aspects
Mm.
as far as like framing and stuff like that. Like I'll kind of like lock that and then move on. But yeah, I'm absolutely thinking of what's in the background, trying to be conscious of like what I might need to adjust with lighting and like or maybe even remove in post, stuff like that happens. Um
Do you ever drop any of that for, I don't know, like narrative purposes?
Drop what for narrative purposes?
Like the, I don't know, like if you were focusing so hard on like getting the light to be one way and then you're like, actually wait, we're gonna change something entirely last minute.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, sometimes if I feel like I'm just getting too lost in the technical aspect of it, I'll be like, well, okay, let's just do natural light. Scrap all these. Let's figure this out. Like as long as I feel the image is right, it's better.
Mm-hmm.
Um that definitely can happen.
Do you feel like there's a general uh thing, like theme or themes or just sort of concepts that you find yourself coming back to time and time again?
Hmm. I definitely see it's one of those things where with your style, I don't think you feel this as much, but like especially photographers, uh where that's like the main thing that you do is like you don't see your style.
Right.
A lot of times people will let like be like, "Oh no, I could tell that was your photo."
Mm-hmm.
Um it took a while, but I think a lot of my stuff, at least aesthetically, is darker.
Okay.
Um like a little uneasy.
Okay.
I found that that's very common. Um it's either that or like the very opposite, like extremely bright, colorful, pop uh looking images. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't think I have a specific thing that I've noticed. I think maybe I need to pay more attention.
Like not necessarily like stylistically or like visually, just
Oh, like concepts.
like conceptually, or like if like there was a thesis to your work, or if there was I'm like curious if there's something like that where you're like, I thought it was interesting when you were talking about time lapses and landscapes at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I think that is an interesting connection, and I'm wondering if you are still, if you are carrying anything from that to now.
Maybe. Um I have a lot of work where when I'm making it, I have no intention.
Okay.
I truly think it looks cool.
Okay.
That's about it.
Like
But
a
then
release almost.
exactly.
Okay.
But then after in editing and then in looking back, a lot of times in looking back, I'm like, "Oh, maybe that was for this. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that was referencing this in my life at that time." Um it's like a self discovery
Okay.
a lot of the times. Um Other than that, I really like photographing people in their own environments,
Okay.
almost like documenting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think a lot of jobs I have turned into me being a documentary
Okay.
photographer when uh, maybe that wasn't the initial intent
Mm-hmm.
for my job, but then I end up just doing it.
Okay.
So I also find that yeah, just documenting stuff is something I naturally do.
Like just like observing people and just
Yeah,
like capturing them as they are.
capturing them as they are, and if like uh I have a photo shoot scheduled coming up soon that is like this couple that I just find them incredibly cool. Uh and they like have very interesting like clothes and they just got a new house and I'm just going to go there with a camera, a lens and one single light and just like find spots where they hang out and do stuff
Mm-hmm.
and photograph them in their environment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so exciting to me. Like I'm so like I have no idea. I have no like final images in my head, but I'm so excited to see what comes out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, so I find myself doing that a lot too.
Yeah. Just letting people just be, let them exist.
Yeah, and seeing where you can find the aesthetic
Mm-hmm.
points within that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a little segment that I'm just like, I've like started out a little, and it's called
Hmm.
Red Thoughts. And so this is, a red thought can be whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
It can just be something random, something that's just been like on your mind, something that you've been obsessing over. It can
Gotcha.
be, if you're just like, I've been thinking nonstop about this, or it could be, I was really pissed about this today,
Okay.
or it could be, I don't just like whatever thought that you really just want to get out and you just really want to talk about. Last time, for context, Tyrus and I talked about, we ranked the cuntiness levels of Bob's bangs. It was Bob, bang, bald. I forgot the other one, but
What was the rating?
Bob.
Okay.
Oh, it was button. There we go. It was. I think it was Bob, bald, bangs, and then a bun.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know if you want to rank, or if you or if you want to tell me your red thoughts. Like,
Okay.
what is your yeah.
Okay, red thought, something I've been thinking about a lot recently. Uh I have been thinking a lot recently about or let me properly intro it.
Okay.
My red thought
Okay.
is uh I've constantly been thinking about this because recently uh I've noticed some family in my life.
Mm.
They're so far down a rabbit hole in the internet
Okay.
that they've been kind of they're only getting information that supports what they think.
Right. An echo chamber.
Very much an echo chamber. I think my my not so fun red thought, sorry, is constantly like wondering, am I in an echo chamber
Mm,
that I don't realize?
right.
And is it influencing my life and I just don't even know?
I think yes. No matter what, you're always in an echo chamber.
Oh God.
Like, well, because I think in order to build a community and to like find yourself, you have to keep coming back to yourself. You have to keep coming back to certain ideas,
Interesting.
which is what an echo is, right? Like bouncing back.
Yes.
So, like, no matter what you are, however, I think the difference is some of them are so sealed off that they refuse the possibility of anything else coming in, as opposed to being like, yes, I'm aware that I'm getting a lot of these things. However, I am open to the idea of there being more than just this, this like cave that I'm in.
That was Perry, that was very profound.
Thank you.
And that makes me feel so much better about
Amazing.
this obsessive thought.
This obsessive
An,
thought, yeah.
an open echo chamber.
Yeah, an
An echo
open echo
chamber
chamber.
that is not sealed off.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I was worried. I'm like, is this too intense?
No, not
Thank
at
you.
all. And I think because I've been thinking about that a lot, especially because I've been posting on like Facebook Reels, and
Oh, interesting.
oh my god, the comments on there are insane. Like
I thought
they're
that was just for AI. Facebook Reels.
it lit. Listen, they have a program where they give you $500 for posting on there. I'm gonna be posting on there. I can send you a referral
Whoa.
link if
Yes,
you want
please,
that.
please. I
Is it you have to
would
post I
love
think like
$500.
20 reels,
I'll figure it out.
and it's amazing. I've been doing that, and like, but like some of the comments are just so like, "You're going to hell for this." Like, this
Love
is
that.
disgusting. Like, very much aggressive. And so I've just been thinking a lot. I was like, and then like you click on their profiles, and it's just like, this is really scary. Like, this is what
Yeah.
y'all are doing, and I think like that's again like a big difference that I think about with a lot of these folks is like they're getting a lot of their media, a lot of their information from these specific things, and they're so hateful about this, as opposed to like I for sure I'm aware, and I also am aware of like some of my friends who are also like deeper into other echo chambers where just like
Yeah.
like that meme where it's like, am I too woke?
Oh, right.
Like, sometimes where it's like a little much too like that, and like sometimes I do have to catch myself. I'm like realizing like, okay, this is not as serious, or like this is, however, we can kind of put this on pause, like again, nuances. And I think that's where that openness of the echo chambers,
Yeah.
realizing like not you have to, I think you need to carry a sort of sense of nuance and grace when it comes to some life, truly.
Yes.
And
Another red thought I have that
please.
that just reminded me of is it truly is about balance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that I always come back to is you can be imbalanced, but your environment and the world around you
Mm-hmm.
will balance you. Everything comes to balance. It does. It's at a certain point. It's a large scale,
Yeah.
but
Isn't that like a physics thing too? Like
yeah. I mean,
equilibrium
it
was,
is. It
yeah.
is absolutely a
Like no
physics
matter
thing.
what,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
it's gonna happen.
equilibrium will be reached whether you wanted to or not.
But I think it's really it's really present
Mm-hmm.
in the world, my day to day life, where I'm like, I think things just naturally want to come to balance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's in a lot of different things. But like you're saying, with like what is important, all this stuff, you need to choose your battles. You need to find what's important to you, and you need to be balanced as a person.
Yeah. Period.
That's hard to do.
My red thought is,
Yeah, yeah.
and I don't know. I have two, and I'm trying to think of which one.
Doing both. I did too.
Okay. The first one is, and I feel like it's a little mean to say it, but I'm like, whatever. Okay. That's why it's a red thought.
Definitely,
It's a
definitely
controversial
do it for the clip.
for the clip. I think that there, and this is also a bit of a pretentious take, is that there is kind of a bit of and there's a book about this, Art in the Age of Artifice by, I forgot who it is, But essentially, the idea is that there's a sort of a difference between art and artifice.
Mm.
And like the idea being art is sort of uh, something that is created by somebody to express an emotion, to have some sort of exploration, to have something like there's something being activated, there's some thoughts, there's something like that, as opposed to an artifice, which is something that visually resembles art and is meant
Mm.
to signal that it is art. However, its intentions are entirely not art related, and it is usually linked a little more to commerce or for social gain or something of that
Advertising, stuff
nature,
like that. Yeah.
advertising. And so I've been thinking a lot about that with social media, and as I've been scrolling and kind of being like a little bit just kind of like frustrated that like one I'm like I'm an artist and I have to do social media, and then like
Horrible.
seeing just sort of like people making content that resembles something that would be seen as art.
Yeah.
However, it's being used for the context of content for something that it's like, and I don't like the word content. Like I would,
Yeah.
I'd rather, I'm like I don't, please don't call my art content.
Yep.
It's art as opposed to content. Content to me feels like it's more of like something that is just kind of uh a cheap commodity or just
Yeah.
something that's like fast food. Like it's not something that's like actually meant to be properly consumed. It's
Yeah.
just to pass the time, something to just look at and be like that was fun to look at for 2 seconds.
Right.
And so I just feel like because of AI as
Oh yeah.
well, and because of just like a lot of also, which is also like things being more accessible as well, like I think that there's a lot of folks who are creating artifice believing they're creating art.
Yeah.
That's my red thought.
Damn. Damn. Yeah. I mean, it. The thing is, like, as an artist now, you have to make artifice. You have to make content
Right.
for social media to market your work.
Yeah.
But I find like if you're able to make content around your art,
Right. But not the art itself.
having to do with it, referencing it, or the what it took to make it,
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes that's the most interesting content
Mm-hmm.
anyway. But also, it's not the art itself. The art itself
Right.
is something separate. Uh, that's always the best option. That doesn't always happen for me, but I try.
It's a really difficult balance. That's why I made the doll. That's what the doll's supposed to
Oh.
represent.
Wait, really? That's so cool.
Yeah, the doll is me confronting the fact that I have to commodify myself and essentially turn myself into a brand, into
I love that
a
so
commodity that
much.
I can literally be like, "Hi everybody, this is me." Like this is when you're engaging with me,
Yeah.
this is who you're engaging with. It
Yeah.
might as well be the doll and not me.
Yeah. I love that. You might as well be honest. Like it's
So that's
listen.
exactly. So that's what I've like fully like leaned into and been like it is I'm like transformed it into like an art practice of it
Yeah.
being like I'm fully aware of the fact that like at the end of the day like this is so super this is kind of silly, but it's also real.
Yeah. 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 Because at the end of the day, we still have to promote art. We
Yeah.
still have to try to make money.
Mm-hmm. We still live in this capitalist society.
Huh. Society. We live in a
Society.
society or whatever.
Society. Anyways, that's what I've been trying to come to terms with of like
Yeah.
how do I not get angry or jealous
Yep.
at people succeeding with artifice being
Mm.
taken serious by some folks as art.
Yeah. Maybe to those folks that is art to them. They might be wrong, but
You know, I my second red thought
yes, let's hear it.
is the art of surrendering.
Okay.
So I have also just come to terms with realizing that I feel like I haven't been living life.
Mm.
I feel like I have been so afraid to live that I haven't been allowing myself to enjoy the pleasures of life. And
Right.
that comes in all forms, whether that be me being open and honest, like literally me being right now, being like, I'm gonna actually tell y'all a hot take. Because I just feel like for so long I doing just more commercial work and being
Yeah.
more in that, like you find yourself being a little more suppressed, a little more,
Oh, 100%.
you know. And I think also growing up Catholic, growing up a lot of this, like I just feel like I have been so accustomed to being like, we're just gonna sit in, you know, just sit in silence and be good and this and that.
Yeah.
And I just have been realizing that I'm like, I need to surrender to life and accept all that will come, the good, the bad, the great, the horrible, the love, the
Yep.
loss,
Yep.
the beauty, and all of it. And it's been a very interesting thing because I feel like usually I hold myself back of being afraid to try
Mm.
and being like, well, what if this doesn't happen? What if this, da da da? And I have just been a lot more like, you know what? We're just going to do it. And not in a way that's because I think I used to do it before in like an impulsive way,
Yeah.
in a way that was very much like self detrimenting, almost like reckless. And so being instead of reckless, just being a little more of like surrendering and embracing what will come and accepting
Yeah.
all that it comes with and not being upset when things don't go well because it's like you made that choice, girl.
Mm.
So that's what I did. I did. That's what the perform. That's why my mic is broken because I did the performance of me surrendering to the sea.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, that's why as it blew, I was like, we're just gonna surrender.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna.
have to.
This is gonna be part of it.
Yeah. And
So
it
that's
becomes part of it.
yeah. So that's been my like thing that I've just been like obsessing over. I was like watching a tarot card reading, and then this guy pulled a card, and he pulled a couple cards, and in one of the cards I
Yeah.
pulls out, he's like, "You need to surrender." I pause the video. I start screaming. I'm in. I'm in the living room. I'm screaming, and then I run to my room, and then I just keep screaming. I need to surrender. I need to surrender. I get a piece of paper. I write it down like 2 or 3 times. I need to surrender, and then I run back into the living room and I literally fall onto the floor, collapsed, hold myself really tight, and literally just keep repeating it and yelling it for like 15, 20 minutes.
Wow. Oh my God, that like hit you.
Like I was fully like ready to like start sobbing and crying. Like out of my fucking mind.
Damn. So you really needed
So
you really
I
needed to
really
hear that.
needed to hear. So that was something I really needed to hear. So I don't know. Don't know if you have anything to say. What are you surrendering? What do you think about that?
I know, I totally feel that.
I feel like you know that one meme where it's like me when I overshare.
Not at all. Not at all. I totally understand that. I feel very often stuff with my art. I'm like I like it didn't work out as I think I've gotten to the point where I've maybe gone too far.
Mm.
Where I'm like whatever happens happens. We're going to get with whatever we get. And I think that's just from having to work on like more commercial productions a lot recently and like just not being invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I think I've been using not being invested in the actual final result as like a
Mm.
defense for not having to fully surrender. And that's fine when it's commercial work
Right.
because it's like you want it to look as good as it can, but there's nothing you can do. There's like a huge team behind this. There's
Right.
you do what you can. But then I think maybe I'm letting that carry over into my personal art a little bit too much.
Hmm.
Maybe.
You have a little more what?
I don't know, gumption. A
Gumption?
little more gumption. I think I don't know. I don't know what that means exactly for myself.
Hmm.
I don't have a neat soundbite for that. Sorry.
It's okay. Wah, 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 wah. when what is something that you're gonna be looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to, let's see. I'm having Korean barbecue today for the first time. I've never
Exciting.
had it. Yeah,
I've
it's gonna be
done it
fun.
a handful of times.
Yeah.
It is fun. I think it's just
It seems like work.
yeah. That's what I was. I was like, how do I say that nicely? I'm like, I gotta be doing the cooking.
It seems like work.
And then I mean, I guess it depends. Like, I've heard the joke where it's like, if there's a lot of people, somebody's usually the designated
Yes,
cook.
yes.
Uh,
That ain't me. This is my first time, so
right.
yeah.
So you'll be the passenger princess.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Passenger
Any
princess.
upcoming projects?
Yes. I have actually I've never felt more full of concepts for work.
Okay.
Um and yet also no time to do them.
Mm.
But I am so excited. I have like 2 or 3 concepts that I just am thrilled. Like I can fully see them. They're fully envisioned in my mind. I just got to do it. I just got to do it. And then that one that I was telling you about, that's kind of more of documenting this couple that I know at their home. I'm so excited for that. Uh, there's a documentary project that I was a part of that I'm doing photos for,
Okay.
and that is finishing the editing process this month. So I'm very excited to actually finally
Oh my god.
release some images from that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's about it.
Exciting. I was laughing because when you said you're so full of ideas, I was like, you're full of life. You've had the immaculate conception of art, and
It's
you're gonna
there.
birth it
Yeah,
soon. She's
yeah,
cooking.
yeah. I've got
She's
some
baking.
some items in the oven. Yeah, for sure.
Exciting. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see
Yeah.
what comes from that. Um. Well, I don't know. I'm like,
Do you have anything that you're excited that's coming up?
I'm gonna be in a show in the Contemporary Museum of Delaware.
In Delaware?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
I'm
cool. Wait,
so
how did that happen?
the curator for the exhibition emailed me, and when I was in New York, I was like, wait a minute, I'm already out here. Let me just like hop on a Amtrak or
Yeah,
Greyhound, and then like go check out the space. And so the show opens like the second week of January.
that's insane.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
and it's about social media and art.
Oh, okay. So the things that have been on your mind.
So the things that have been on my mind for a while. So I'm very excited about that. And I need to like start packing things to ship.
Oh yeah, you have to ship it over there. Oh geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
And I want to see if I can do a performance there too.
amazing, amazing. That's so cool.
I'm like, so if you're free February 6th, come see the reception. Come see me.
Come see it in Delaware.
I'm talking to you.
No, I know, but then I deflected because I don't want to go to Delaware.
What's wrong with Delaware?
There's nothing wrong with Delaware. I should. I'll be there.
You can go and then you can go to New York after.
I've never been.
You've never been?
I've been, but I've never actually like gone into the city and actually like experienced it. I've gone for like a wedding or work or something
Okay,
and not
right.
had any time. But
That's true.
I think I'd like it a lot.
I think you'd
Is
love
the thing,
it. New York is so fun.
and I love walking,
It's perfect
and I
then.
love running into people.
It's the best. I love literally just like going on the street, saying hi to somebody, and then you walk with them for like 3 blocks, talk about like deep life personal things, and you just walk away.
Oh, that's the best.
Like, don't even know your name.
God,
I don't know anything about you, but I do know this deeply personal thing about you. It's beautiful.
that's so beautiful. I love that so much. New York is one of those things where I have like kind of stopped myself because I think if I like
You'd be
stay
too
there,
powerful.
if I stay there for any amount of time, I'm just gonna move there. And hmm, and I don't know. Maybe I need to
Maybe you should, even if it's just for a season.
send it. Might as well.
Right.
I
Exactly.
feel like yeah. I feel like if I go for any amount of time, I'm just gonna be like, well, I gotta stay here.
Well, yes.
But if that's the case, that's the case. So,
Well, you want to tell the folks back at home where they can find you?
oh yeah, sure. I'm on the internet at Jericho Patrick on everything,
Period.
which is nice.
You have a website?
I have a website, I have an Instagram, and I have a YouTube, and those are the only places you need to find me. I
Amazing.
have a secret TikTok that's not my name,
Oh, I
and
love a little
I just shit
gatekeepy.
post on there, so don't need to find me there.
Okay. Well, y'all know where to find me
Yeah, I
everywhere.
was about to
Arts
say
Perry.
where's that?
Arts Perry everywhere. My website to shop, perrypicasso.com. My portfolio, which I just redid my portfolio website,
Oh, that's hard to do.
picasso.com. It's really caught. I
I
really
need to
love
check
it.
that out.
I'm gonna show you when we're done with this because I'm
Hell
actually
yeah.
really proud of it.
Hell yeah.
And then the podcast everywhere, Red Thoughts Perry.
I love your podcast, by the way. I've been
Thank
watching
you.
episodes. I
Mhm.
just watched the Sarah one.
It's so
It's so
good.
good.
It's so good. I love interviewing Sarah. And like we're both in like the big sunflowers.
Yeah, that was so fun. I loved that.
She like walks in and goes, "So I have these," and I was like, "Oh my god, wait!"
Yes.
It's so good. I love her.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, we'll catch y'all later. Ciao. Thank you so
Bye.
much, Jericho.
Thank you. This was so fun. Oh my god. I had so much fun, Perry.
I had so much fun. This was amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.